So the other day I was actually, searching across, doing some research for a couple Fallout videos, here and there that I wanted to potentially make. And I came across a couple of videos and, it got me thinking, when asking the average Fallout gamer why they play Fallout, is the answer usually I play Fallout because it's, a scary game, or is it usually because I like to play RPGs, etc. I think the most common answer to asking someone why they like to play Fallout games, it usually tends to be because they like the RPG experience, and not often do you hear people say, I like the fact that Fallout games are relatively scary. You don't oftenly hear that, especially now considering when you play Fallout games, you don't often get scared or anything like that in a Fallout game. But what if I told you there was a time in Fallout games where there was a couple of relatively scary scenes here and there that would be, to the relative person would be pretty disturbing here and there? Well, that's exactly what is in the original Fallout games. During Fallout, I actually, came across a couple of scenes that I thought would be really interesting to make a video on. One in particular is actually the ending of one of the endings that you can pick for the original Fallout game. Now, I found this to be relatively one of the most disturbing things I have ever seen, and I did not really expect it to be in a Fallout game. And I know, most people that are watching this video right now probably haven't seen this. Again, this is dating way back to the old Fallout games, and something that, again, a lot of people really haven't seen, and I thought it was really interesting. It's something that I definitely would like to make a video on. So pretty much what is actually happening here, it is in one of the endings for the original Fallout game. Pretty much when confronting the Master, you can pick a couple of, different story ending options. One of which is where you actually go down and reveal the locations to your vault and actually go and turn yourself into a super mutant and actually go and destroy the vault and its inhabitants. Now, I find this extremely disturbing. Not only that you turned on your vault and all of this type of stuff. Yes, obviously the vault did a couple of things back, but again, it was really mass murder at the end of the day, and is definitely one of the really worst things that could have possibly been done in a Fallout game. But what I find most disturbing about this is how did it actually, come across to be a thing? At the very start, when you are confronting the Master, you pretty much end up he turns you into a super mutant, and what happens, is really the following scenes are really quite disturbing. Now, again, you don't see how super mutants are really turned into, how people do turn into super mutants in the most recent games. In Fallout 4, they pretty much just show the FEV labs with all the super mutants just kind of dangling around in the FEV. But in Fallout, there is this cutscene where pretty much you are kind of tucked in like, a mummy, and you really can't move or anything like that. You're just kind of standing there and you can't do anything. You can move, but you can't break free. You've got straps all holding around you, and pretty much what happens is this claw actually comes down and grabs your pretty much head, takes you over to a massive FEV pool, and while your character is struggling, the claw drops your character into the FEV pool again while you are struggling, and you see the transformation of your human character into a super mutant. What follows next is, you and a bunch of other super mutants go down, you destroy everyone in Vault 13, and obviously, again, it's pretty much history from there. Now, I believe this isn't actually the canon, ending, but I found this to be the most disturbing and scariest thing, really, that I've seen in all Fallout games, and I definitely feel like it is an experience that, a lot of people definitely need to see, as it really shows how much Bethesda have, toned down the Fallout games since they actually bought the original Fallout series. Because obviously, yeah, Bethesda didn't make Fallout 1 and 2, it was made by, a different studio, and their ways of making this game is obviously a lot more scary and disturbing. And it kind of makes me think, what if Bethesda actually went back to this and kind of revisited this in maybe potential DLC? I think it would be pretty interesting. Again, I would say there's a lot more kids playing Fallout than what there probably was with Fallout 1 and 2. But I just find this one of the most disturbing things that I've ever seen in Fallout. And I know 90%, maybe even more of you guys that are watching this video probably haven't seen it. A lot of you guys haven't even played Fallout and, Fallout 2. So again, I feel like this is a very interesting thing, and something that I definitely didn't see coming, especially with this. And yeah, it just makes me think, what if, Bethesda kind of go back and revisit this? Now, the video to this will be linked in the description down below if you guys are gonna go watch it, but all the comments are, pretty much telling the story. A lot of people are saying it's disturbing, it's really creepy, all of this type of stuff, with other people, just really saying that they feel extremely bad for the Vault Dweller, with someone even saying that the Vault Dweller is struggling so much, implying he's regretted the choice that he made. Also, the Master can control mutants with his, psychic powers. So after all of this, the Vault Dweller kills the Overseer without remorse. So, again, it wasn't really the Vault Dweller's decision, but it also was kind of the Vault Dweller's decision to become a super mutant, at the end of the day. And really, it's just horrific and kind of disturbing, and again, something that I've really wanted to talk about and have been wanting to talk about, for a couple of weeks now. But of course, I would really like to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Have you guys seen this, clip? Have you guys played Fallout 1? Again, I definitely would really like to hear your thoughts and opinions on it all down below. If you guys have played Fallout 1, did you guys pick this ending? And again, what are your thoughts and opinions on it? I just would really like to know down below. But, of course, don't forget to go and subscribe to my sports channel and my IRL/Flowing channel. And don't forget to check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for them will all be in the description down below. But as I was saying, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.